EBE was able to eat simple food items such as fruits and vegetables. But the way he ate them shocked the handler and shocked the people around him. Now, everything EBE did was being filmed back in those days on 16mm movie projectors. So everything was being recorded. And so when EBE sat down to eat, he would take the item, such as a piece of fruit, and he would manipulate the item around his mouth. Now, remember, EBE didn't have teeth, anything like teeth. But he placed it in his mouth, and one of the things that few people realized, EBE had two different tongues, one above and one below. The below tongue was primarily used for language, the EBE language. The one above was the one with little suction devices that he would suck the juices out of the food. But ironically, he could dissolve the entire piece of the orange or whatever fruit he had. Now, they would have to cut them in small pieces. Another thing that was really odd, he couldn't rationalize on how to break it open. It would just sit there. But when they cut it and gave him the pieces, he learned this now, how to break them apart. Apparently, there was some reason why he couldn't rationalize that. He was smart, but you gotta remember, he was an extraterrestrial. He wasn't a human. That's something that I thought was quite extraordinary. Now, another thing that we were extremely concerned about were germs, both his germs and our germs. Everything was brought into the captain for that time period, almost 5 years that he lived with EBE. He never strayed out. He never had contact with others, and if he did, he always wore a mask. So they didn't want his germs transmitted to EBE. They tried to put a mask in EBE, but he would never tolerate the mask. He would take it off. So eventually they just gave up on the mask. One of the things that EBE did do was drink water. EBE eventually told us water was universal throughout space. Every planet that he had been to, inhabitable planet, his planet had water. So now we learned that H2O was prominent throughout the universe. EBE's body had a unique ability of extracting fluids from the food. So he didn't need a whole lot of water to compensate the makeup of his body. Scientists found that EBE's anatomy was entirely different. EBE had one organ that worked as a heart and lung.